Hi, I'm Sam, Dr. Sam Morgan of Rethink Menopause. In this video today, we're going to have a look at some of the local estrogen options. They can be really useful to support any vulval, vaginal, or bladder symptoms that we might be experiencing. There are different types. We've got things like vaginal tablets. They can be applied either with a finger or with an applicator. There are gels and creams, and there's also a ring. So as ever with HRT, sometimes it can be a bit of trial and error to see what works well for you. Some people find the tablets, for example, really convenient, not very messy to use. Other people find they're so small that it can be practically quite tricky, that it can be quite fiddly to get them in the applicator. So see what works for you. It's personal. They're really low in dosage, so we can either use them on their own or alongside standard HRT. And if they are used alone, we don't need to think about that separate progestogen to support the womb lining. It can take quite a few months for us to see the full effects after we've started using them, so do stick with it. Sometimes it can even be up to a year or so before we really see them supporting our symptoms. But the good news is they can be used lifelong. And often that's recommended. If we have been prone to these symptoms, they're often ones that don't improve over time. So these local treatments are really valuable. And if we stop them, often the symptoms will recur. And there are some options now that are even available over the counter without a prescription if we're over 50 and haven't had a period for over a year. So lots of different types suitable for most women to use lifelong, very low in dosage. So do think about them. They're not as well known about, but they can be incredibly helpful. All right, bye for now.